Hi and welcome to the next video in biochemistry in PharmaLife educational YouTube channel, and today we are going to discuss regarding carbohydrates. So what is this carbohydrates? So where this will be occurred? So carbohydrates are nothing but a combination of a carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. So carbohydrates are nothing but a combination of carbon, oxygen and hydrogen in it. And where this will be occurred or how it will be produced, it will be mostly or abundantly occur in the plants. How this plant will be producing the carbohydrates? By the help of photosynthesis. With the help of carbon dioxide and water, plants can produce this carbohydrates, and it will be storing in the form of starch. So it was clear that carbohydrates is a substances which will be produced by the plants and it will be stored in the form of starch. And humans can be stored these carbohydrates in the form of glycogen. So there is a difference between starch and glycogen on the arrangement of this monosaccharides, which we will be seeing later. So carbohydrates which will be present in the animals is glycogen. Carbohydrates which was present in the storage form in plants was starch. So carbohydrates are naturally occurring compounds and which is having a general formula of CnH2O whole n. So what is this? So a carbon, based upon the carbon, the number of hydrogens, water molecules will also be increased. For example, if you are taking an example here, so if you are taking 3 carbon molecules, so it will also having the same number of water molecules, right? So the same thing. So coming to the definition of the carbohydrates, so carbohydrates are polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones. So now we will be explaining the same structure here. So polyhydroxy means which will be having the more number of hydroxyl molecules in it. So polyhydroxy aldehyde. So general formula for aldehyde was this one, CHO. So polyhydroxy aldehyde, or we can also take one more example as aldehyde or ketone. So ketone cannot be given in the first carbon because ketone means this is a form of ketone. So polyhydroxy aldehyde. So here also we are having polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone molecule. So carbohydrates are defined as a polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone. So the example for this 3-membered carbon was, this is glyceraldehyde and this is dihydroxyacetone. So the example for this 3-carbon molecule which consisting of polyhydroxy aldehyde was glyceraldehyde, and the example for polyhydroxy ketone which consisting of 3-carbon molecule was dihydroxyacetone. And now we are going to see the classification of carbohydrates here. So coming to the classification of carbohydrates, the carbohydrates was been classified into monosaccharides, disaccharides, oligosaccharides as well as polysaccharides here. So coming to this one, so what is the difference between mono, di, oligo and as well as polysaccharides? So everyone know mono means is single. So here monosaccharides are the compounds or the substances or the sugars which is a very simple one which cannot be hydrolyzed further to be producing any simple sugar. So these are all the very simple things. So there is no further hydrolysis by these molecules. So carbohydrates cannot be hydrolyzed here. These monosaccharides cannot be hydrolyzed. So okay, these are simple sugars. So disaccharides means there is a 2 monosaccharides combined here. On hydrolysis it will be producing 2 monosaccharides individually. Oligo, it means 3 or more, 3 to 10 monosaccharides are combined. On hydrolysis it will be producing 3 to 10 molecules of carbohydrates here, monosaccharides here. And poly means more than 10. And again, based upon the definition, as the definition was stating that polyhydroxy, right, we cannot predict how many polyhydroxy, right? So because the number of carbons was increasing, the hydroxy molecules was also been increasing. So here, and also based upon the functional group, the monosaccharides was further divided into two categories as aldose as well as ketose. So monosaccharides was further again divided into two categories as aldose as well as ketose here. Now this aldose was individually divided into following subcategories as well as ketose was also divided into following categories, but now we will be seeing the common classification for this as triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose as well as heptose here. So this was purely based upon the number of carbons which was present in the monosaccharides here. So the number of carbons here we have discussed regarding 3 carbon. So what happens if there is 4 carbon, 5 carbon, 6 carbon, 7 carbon? This is how the classification was given. So if a triose, if a 3 carbon molecules, if it is having a functional group of aldehyde, then it can be considered as an aldotriose. If it consisting of ketone, it can be called as a ketotriose. The same thing, if 4 carbon molecules was present which having a functional group of aldose, it can be considered as an aldotetrose. Same thing, ketotetrose. Okay, it is a common classification. No, don't compare these only for aldose or either for ketose. It's a common for both things. If you are talking about aldotriose in the aldose, so you can consider this an aldotriose or ketotriose, right? So next one. So further, the triose was being further classified as the examples for aldotriose was glyceraldehyde and the examples for ketotriose was dihydroxyacetone. Already we have discussed in this itself. And the examples for aldotetrose was increased a little bit as deerythrose as well as detriose, as well as ketotetrose was also increased to deerythrulose. And next one, 5-membered carbon. If an aldose having a 5-membered carbon, so that can be having an example of D-ribose as well as arabinose, xylose as well as lioxose, as well as if a ketopentose having an example, so we can be calling that as an ribulose as well as xylulose. And now the same way hexose in the sense which is having a 6-membered carbon. So the best examples for this one was under aldose was glucose, and the example under ketose was fructose. A well-known examples for these two things, right? And the examples where I have not mentioned in this two was heptose. The example for heptose was glucoheptose, as well as the example for ketose was pseudoheptulose. Always remember students, so in this 3, that is nothing but tetrose, pentose as well as heptose, the end name will be ended with ulose for ketose. Okay, it's a very simple thing to remember. Ulose is an end name for this ketose here. So next one, so the examples for disaccharides was it is nothing but lactase, lactose, maltose as well as sucrose. So already I mentioned that 2 monosaccharides was combined here to produce this disaccharides. So the examples for example was here, there is a simple example how to remember this one. So this is an example for fructose as well as aldose. This is structure of glucose. This is a structure for fructose. So how? So in this combination, if you are combining these two, so this can be a disaccharide. So on addition of water molecules to it, it will be divided into 2 things. So one is monosaccharide, simple monosaccharide, and another thing also simple monosaccharide, right? This we can consider as a disaccharides. So fructose plus glucose is an example for sucrose. So in this sucrose, it's a combination of fructose plus glucose. So next, going to the Oligosaccharides. Oligosaccharides means 1, 2, 3, 3 to 10. So the example what we can go for oligosaccharides was raffinose. We can call this as an raffinose, right? Raffinose is nothing but combination of 3 monosaccharides. So one already fructose is there, another already glucose is there. Apart from that, one more monosaccharides will be added here, that is nothing but galactose. So you can see the example here, structure here as in galactose here. So galactose plus glucose plus fructose combination can be called as an raffinose here. And further, this polysaccharides was again divided into two types. One is homopolysaccharides and next one was heteropolysaccharides. So what is this polysaccharides? So polysaccharides is a combination of more than 10 sugars, 10 monosaccharides in its on hydrolysis. On hydrolysis it can produce more than 10, that is nothing but a polysaccharide. So what is this homopolysaccharides? Homo means same type of monosaccharides was combined here to produce the polysaccharides. So opposite, hetero means different types of monosaccharides was combined to produce this polysaccharides here. The example for homosaccharides was starch, which is combination of only glucose as well as glycogen, only glucose as well as cellulose is an example for homopolysaccharides. And heteropolysaccharides was heparin hyaluronic acid is an example for heterosaccharides, which consisting of more than two types of monosaccharides which will be present in more than